Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Tap back into the video today. And today, the Minnesota Timberwolves are signing TJ Warren to a 10-day contract. TJ Warren has not played at all this season, but played 42 games last season in the 22-23 season with the Phoenix Suns and the Brooklyn Nets. He, in the 21-22 season, missed a lot of time. Well, in the stretch of 2020-21 season and the 21-22 season, missed a lot of time. Only played 4 games in that 2021 season, so he missed 68 games that season. Remember, that was a shortened season, 72 games, and then missed the whole 2021-22 season. But before that, we saw a great season from TJ Warren with the Indiana Pacers in the 2019-20 season. We saw in the bubble where he scored, 50 points? I believe it was 50 or 51 points, whatever he dropped. But even before that, he was playing really well with the Pacers that 2019-20 season. He played every single game, 67 games, 67 starts, keep in mind. Due to COVID, that was also a shortened season. He averaged 33 minutes per game. He also, from field goal percentage, was 53%, and from three-point percentage was 40.3%. He averaged 19.8 points per game, which is the most points per game he's ever averaged in his career and of all seasons in his career. He also averaged 4.2 rebounds per game with 1.5 assists per game, over 1 steal per game at 1.5, a half a block per game as well. And, he was really good that season. 2022-23 season, after his time is over with the Indiana Pacers, he goes to the Brooklyn Nets. It's a new start for him, and he plays 26 games with the Brooklyn Nets. He looked pretty solid. 26 games, he averaged 9.5 points per game. I actually really liked what I saw from him in Brooklyn, with low minutes compared to what he was before. I mean, he was averaging. Let's go to the season before with the Pacers in 4 games, 2021 season. He was averaging 29 minutes per game, averaging 15.5 points per game. And then with the Brooklyn Nets, averaging 18 minutes per game, he was averaging nearly 10 points per game. So after all the injuries, and for his points per game to only drop down by about a little bit over 5 points, when his minutes per game are dropping by about 11, I thought he was really decent with Brooklyn, especially with the amount of talent that was on that team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving as those two players were still on the team. He had a field goal percentage of 51%. From 3, he shot near 34%, which was a little bit of a low for him because the seasons before with Phoenix, with Phoenix and Indiana, 40% in the 2019-20 season with Indiana, 2018-19 season, 42.8% with Phoenix, and then we see him return to Phoenix in the 22-23 season when him and Kevin Durant get traded to the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, Durant is still there, but TJ Warren was with the Phoenix Suns, was drafted by the Suns in the draft, in the 2014 NBA draft. Was with them for the first 5 seasons of his career, all the way from the 2014-15 season to the 2018-19 season, until he went to the Pacers. And then he gets traded back to the Suns with Kevin Durant in that Suns-Nets trade, and he plays 16 games after the NBA trade deadline. His minutes go down again, 12.3 minutes per game, averaging 4.2 points per game with 3.1 rebounds per game. His 3-point, a lot of his categories went down. Actually, a good, basically all of them. Field goal percentage went down. 3-point percentage went down. His free throw percentage went down. The only thing that went up were the amount of rebounds he got per game, and that was only by 0.3. His steals per game went down, his assists went down, his points went down, everything went down, and the only thing that went up was the rebounds, and it was by a very short margin. But let me know your thoughts on the signing for the Timberwolves. I think if he can give you a little bit of a glimpse of what he was doing in Brooklyn last season, because I think what he was doing with Brooklyn off the bench was very underrated in the 26 games he came off the bench for the Brooklyn Nets. he was definitely doing a good job, and especially after all the injuries he was fighting back from. I think that to miss 2 seasons and then come back and average 10 points per game and have a good shooting season like he was having before the Kevin Durant trade, when Durant gets traded to Phoenix. I think this is a decent chance for him with the Timberwolves. They're a team that is, obviously a top team in the Western Conference. They're a really good defensive team, but it's a chance for him to finally show himself this season. Let me know your thoughts on the signing in the comment section, and peace out.